Hello, beautiful souls. I hope that you're all doing really well. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are doing a pick a card reading today. It's been a while. We're going to be doing a relationship reading today. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at what's going on in the connection. We're going to first be looking at some cards around what's going on for you in the connection and what's going on for the other person in the connection, as in how are you feeling about the connection and how is your partner feeling about the connection. And then we're going to be getting some words of advice or what it is that you need to know that you're not aware of about this connection. Remember that this is a very general reading and that time is an illusion and energy is fluid. If you enjoy this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Please feel very free to leave feedback and comments below. You can subscribe to my channel, that will help support me. And if you'd like to get a personal reading with me, you can contact me via my email address at the moment. My website is currently being updated. You can find my website email address below. And that's about it. So I'm going to be showing you three different decks that you have to choose from for the reading. Then I'm going to come back on camera and do the reading like I used to do the readings. And I actually wanted to do this reading outside today and record it, but it wasn't meant to be. The mic wasn't working and there was all these other kind of obstacles in the way. So we're doing it in my office at the moment. But without any further ado, because this is stuff that you probably don't really need to know, but I'm just sharing with you, let me show you your three different decks of cards that you have to choose from. Okay, so these are the three decks that you have to choose from. So the Star Tarot here is going to be pile 1. The Dark Mansion Tarot is going to be pile 2. And the Golden Girls Tarot cards is going to be pile 3. So if you don't worry, you're not going to pick the wrong pile. And of course, you can watch all three readings if you want, but I always highly suggest that if you want a really clear message, that you just choose the one deck to get your messages. And please feel free to share this reading as well with someone else who you think might get something out of it. If you need a little bit more time to choose which deck is yours for this reading, I'll just get you to pause the video because I am about to start the reading. Okay, here we go. So the first two cards represent you and how you're feeling in the relationship. Now, this is a very general reading, so you'll need to take the messages as they resonate for you, and it is a brief reading. If you want something a little bit more in depth, and you can get a personal reading with me, of course, but this might be enough for you to kind of gain the clarity that you need. But let's get into it. So we have the Ace of Cups to start with, and then I'll show you the clarifier. So what I'm really getting here is that I feel like, without knowing the relationship and the situation, I feel like for you, there's this kind of real sense of wanting renewal in the relationship and renewal within yourself as well. I feel like for the majority of you, there has not been enough of your own self-love to be able to really give yourself 100% to this relationship. And I'm going to feel safe enough to assume, and I could be wrong for some of you, but I feel like this is something that's kind of been an ongoing thing with you, where there's this kind of lack of real self-worth, and trust is what I'm getting as well. Trust within yourself and being able to fill your own cup and feel like this within yourself enough to be able to bring this and offer this into the relationship that you're currently in, or many other relationships that you have. I feel like your intentions are pure. I feel this is you at your pure source, which is most people. But I feel like maybe you haven't felt safe enough in this relationship to kind of bring this more, or be in that pure, vulnerable, loving self. Okay. Clarifying is the 10 of Swords. So yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, you're kind of in the midst of knowing that you need to let something go. Now, it could be this relationship, but I feel more so, and you'll need to take it as it resonates for you. I feel more so that this is representing, the 10 of Swords is representing you coming to a place of realizing that something needs to end now. So whether that's a way of being and thinking and just kind of being able to let go of things that no longer serve you in relationships, including in the relationship with yourself, is the biggest thing I'm getting here. If you look at this picture here, this person, the heart chakra is really, really being highlighted here. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're either in the midst of realizing that this transformation needs to happen and that a cycle needs to end, or this reading is going to make that very clear to you. So something has to end within you in order to decipher what needs to end in your world, because it starts inside, right? So what needs to end in you? What cycle needs to end? What do you need to get rid of in order to be in more of this energy, which is really your pure energy, and everyone's really deep down. And because this is a relationship reading, this is just really highlighting that you want this. I feel like you really want to be able to offer this to this person alongside yourself. But you've got to remember, you've got to be able to provide this to yourself first before you can provide it to anyone else. So there might be a lot of stress that you need to let go of, and everything else that I've just already said. I don't want to repeat myself. So this has been a big influencing factor on your relationship. How your person is feeling. We have the 4 of Swords to start off with. Your person just really needs a break. They are tired. They kind of feel like they need to go into a hibernation with these 3 bears. I'm really getting drawn to, with the light here and the glare, I'm really getting drawn to this picture here of the fish in the water. And the fish, you probably can't see it clearly because of the camera, but the fish is really stagnant. It's just kind of sitting there in a small, it's not even a pond, it's like, I don't know what the word is right now, but it's like it's in a puddle of water, right? So I feel like this person's emotionally kind of stunted at the moment because they need a break. They need a break from what has been happening within the relationship. They can pick up on your energy, whether they're consciously aware that you're going through a lot of stress and transformation, or needing to let go of stress, or needing to let a cycle die and end. Whether they're consciously aware of that or not, they feel that energy. Everyone feels everyone's energy. It's just that some of it are more conscious of it than others. So if you're not conscious of it, it could just kind of look like, oh my God, I'm so tired all the time, or this seems too stressful, but they don't really know where that's coming from, if that makes sense. So this person is really tired. and needs a break. So this person could be withdrawn at the moment. This person might not be talking to you, or they might just be, I don't get that they're not talking to you. You'll have to take it as it resonates for you. But I feel more like they're being a bit more introverted and really trying to preserve themselves at the moment. We have the Empress clarifying, which is a major arcana. So I feel like this is also saying that this person is really trying to nurture themselves so that they can in turn nurture the relationship and continue nurturing you, because I feel like this person is a really nurturing person, man or woman, it doesn't matter. They're very nurturing, and I feel like they probably spend a lot of their life nurturing or supporting others, or they're in, maybe they do this for a living, but they're very nurturing people. And I think maybe they feel like they need a break from being nurturing, and maybe they kind of feel like that's something that they need more from you. Not you being their mother or their caregiver, but you kind of just being able to let go of the Ten of Swords that we looked at before, in order to kind of just give them a bit of a break and for them to feel more nurtured, is what I'm getting here. They care about this connection is what I'm getting, but they're also, I think, starting to really realize the importance of their own self-care as well. Now, your words of advice, we have the Nine of Swords clarified by the Two of Wands. So the words of advice or suggestion are to, as much as you can, try and see things more objectively. The Nine of Swords is kind of like not getting enough sleep, over-analyzing things, overthinking things, worrying way too much about something that you can't control, and it just becoming all-consuming. And you did have the Ten of Swords before, so this is really, this energy needs to come to an end. This worry that you have needs to be drained, because it's just taking such a toll on everything and everyone around you, but most importantly on yourself, which is really sad. So you need to find a way of letting this go and trusting the process more, which I know is very difficult, right? When you're just in your head, it makes it difficult. The Two of Wands clarifying is, this is saying to me that this is a decision that you need to make. You need to make a conscious decision to really let go of all this fear and overthinking and ruminating, in order for more happiness to come through. The Sun, I'm being very drawn to. So in order for more happiness to come through, and for you to feel like there's more direction in your life, and like you're kind of moving through this portal, that's what I'm just picking up. It means that you need to let go of all these swords that you have. And there's He-Man's got a sword too. Interesting. So it's very interesting that this is sitting in Pisces as well. Not Pisces, my bad. Aries. Because Aries is all about making decisions and moving forward and being confident with that. So you have the power and the ability to let go of all of this. It needs to be let go of, so that you can be in more of this energy, which is giving yourself the love you need, giving yourself the nurturing that you need, in order to then be able that to spill out on everything else, without you feeling like you have to overgive, or without you worrying that you're not giving enough, is another message I'm getting here. So pile one, I really hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Please feel free to share your experience with what's going on for you as well. And as I mentioned before, if you want to get a personal reading with me, just flick me an email. The email address is below. If not, thank you so much for your ongoing love and support, and I will see you at my next reading. Bye. Hello there. For those of you who chose the Dark Mansion Tarot, you are pile 2. This is your reading. Let's get into it. We're first looking at how you're feeling about the connection at the moment. Then we're going to be looking at how your partner is feeling about the connection, and then some words of advice for you as the viewer. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so for you, we got the High Priestess to begin with. You are aware that something is going on, but you're not sure what it is. Something's up and you feel very much in the dark about it because you don't know what's happening, but there's a shift in the energy. For some of you, I feel like this relationship is one where it's kind of, you've been together for a while and maybe you've been waiting for something big to happen, or for a like next level commitment or something like that. For others of you, there just seems to be a sense of renewal or waiting for something to change or wanting something. You'll need to take it as it resonates for you, but you feel that there's something going on. You're just not very clear about what it is yet. And I kind of feel like you're waiting patiently, but your patience is wearing thin is what I'm getting here. Clarifying, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is you kind of going, hey, when is whatever's going to happen? When am I going to find out what I don't know about? When am I going to find out about what's happening? When am I going to find out about what I feel is intuitively happening, going to happen, or some sort of movement? And yeah, there's just this sense of rush, this sense of just wanting to get there, wanting to know already. I think some of you already know what this is. I think a lot of you know what this is. Anyway, feel free to leave feedback in the comments below. How your partner is feeling. 4 of Wands. Your partner is feeling... Sorry, I haven't done a reading like this for a long time and it's a weird setup and camera. Your partner is feeling very happy within the connection. If they're already living with you, they're happy within the home life, your domestic life. If not, this is something that they're thinking about and they potentially want with you, is what I'm getting here. So you'll need to take the message as it resonates, as I always say. But they're feeling good about this, or they see potential in this, or if it's a long-term relationship, there may be a feeling of a renewal of this. We have the Emperor clarifying. So there's this energy around them really wanting to feel like they have a little bit more control over, or leadership or initiative with, how this relationship is looking and how they're feeling about it. So maybe they're trying to step more into their power. Man or woman, it doesn't matter. I feel like they're trying to step more into their power and maybe become more of a leader for you, or someone that kind of takes the initiative a little bit more. I feel like for some of you, this is maybe a missing link for you, and maybe you've been waiting for this person to kind of have more of these attributes or take on more of this energy. So I feel like they're really trying to step into this in order to have more of this within the relationship. So this love and happy home life. For some of you, I feel like this person, for some of you, take it as it resonates. For some of you, I feel like this person is maybe considering asking you to marry them or asking you to move in with them or something of that kind of caliber. But they're just really trying to get themselves together first and feel like they're more kind of empowered and stronger and more confident with what is going on. Because I get this feeling that this person kind of looks up to you and has you on a bit of a pedestal. Words of advice for you as the reader, as the viewer, we have the Devil, clarified by the King of Wands. So I really feel like what this is saying is that just be careful of parts of you that might sometimes take over and make decisions for you in regards to how you see life, how you see things, how you react to things. That is energy that's not helpful for you, right? The Devil. So just being wary of shadow, being wary of not so great behavior or ways of thinking, as I said before. The Devil isn't a bad card. It's just a card about being aware of your shadow self and what no longer serves you and what really holds you back. So just be aware of that in regards to the way that you're looking at this relationship. And with the King of Wands, I feel like this is really saying just make sure that you stay in your power, but not in a way that's unhealthy, especially with the Devil. Because the King of Wands, man or woman, if they're imbalanced, they can come across as really kind of controlling, a bit too fiery, a bit too kind of like, I need everything to be in my time. They can be a little bit kind of full of themselves in a way. We all can at times. So this card is just saying be careful of those shadow sides of you. And also I feel like the King of Wands is also saying remember to know your worth as well. Remember to know your worth. Remember to know your power. But also don't let yourself slide into bad habits or unhelpful ways of thinking or being or attitudes towards this relationship, including yourself, okay? So that's what I'm getting for you, pile 2. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. If you'd like to leave feedback and comment and any comments below, please feel free to do so. If you'd like to get a personal reading with me, you can find my email address below until I get my website up and running again. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Lots of love and light, and I'll see you at the next reading. Bye. Hello there, pile 3, or for those of you who chose the awesome Golden Girls Tarot, which is my new favorite deck of cards because that is my favorite TV show of pretty much all time, I think. Well, one of them. Let's get straight into your reading. So first of all, we're going to be looking at how you're feeling about the relationship at the moment and your partner. Then we're going to be looking at how your partner is feeling about you and the relationship. And then we're going to get to some words of advice for you as the viewer. Let's get into it, people. So for you, we have the Page of Cups to start with. This is really cute. So I feel like you are really starting to start giving more. You're starting, okay, you're starting to be a little bit more vulnerable in the relationship, and I feel like you're starting to want to start giving more, but from your heart and from that real, like, childlike place of innocence as well. I don't know if you've seen the Golden Girls, but this is one of the characters. Her name is Rose, and she is very, very loving and kind. She's like one of the kind of nicest characters on there. She's very empathetic and loving and really deeply emotional and sensitive. So I feel like these traits of you are starting to come out, and you're starting to offer this side of yourself in this relationship, and you're starting to feel, I think, a little bit more comfortable with doing this. Clarifying, we have the Four of Cups, which to me is saying that I think for a while you were holding back with this kind of energy, this energy here. You were holding back with it because I feel like you've been disappointed in this in the past. You've been disappointed with other relationships, you've been disappointed within yourself. Maybe you've even been disappointed within this relationship as well, but I think it's a cumulative thing. I don't think it's just in this relationship. But I think within this relationship as well, I think sometimes, for lack of a better term and word I can think of right now, perhaps you haven't really seen what, I don't want to sound really unkind when I say this. I'm going to say it though. I think at times you may have taken this, what they have offered you, for granted, or this relationship for granted, or you've not really seen its true worth and what the relationship brings and offers you, because you've been in a place of not feeling good, or feeling bored, or feeling like just like not at ease within yourself. But I feel like you're stepping out of this. I feel like you're starting to realize this, and I think you're starting to go, hey, I really want to offer this. I really want to be more like this. I really want to be more open and loving and carefree. And like I said before, like that real childlike innocence really coming out now, because I feel like for a long time you were like this. And I feel like a lot of it was because of how you felt about yourself as well. And how we feel about ourselves, we can project onto other things or people without even knowing that we're doing it. So I don't think it's out of you being malicious or anything. I think it's just how you were feeling at the time, and maybe that's what you're coming out of now. How your person is feeling about you in the relationship. This is really beautiful. We have the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this person is seeing like a new beginning in this relationship, because the Ace comes before the Page Cup. So I feel like this person is really going, hey, we're planting a new seed, but a really grounded one. So I feel like this person is wanting to start afresh with this in a way, but in a way that's more grounded, more solid, which is really, really good. I feel like for some of you, both of you are going through this transitional phase where you're both doing a lot of personal growth, and this is all kind of coming now, starting to kind of, that new energy is shifting through with the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Empress clarifying, which is really beautiful. Man or woman doesn't matter. So the energy is really like this person is someone that wants to nurture you. This is someone that wants to give you everything that they possibly can, right? I feel like that this person sees you as this as well. They see you as someone that's worthy of like investing in and investing their time into. And I think this goes both ways. They want to nurture you, but they also see you as someone that's quite nurturing as well. And maybe that's what you haven't seen within yourself before, okay? Because I think they've seen this in you for a long time, but because you haven't seen it in yourself, it's kind of just gone by the wayside. And maybe now that you're starting to come more into this energy, they're like, hey, I really want to offer the newness of me, which also comes with this nurturing that I want to give you, that perhaps they were giving you before, but you weren't able to really see it or see it for what it was because of your own stuff, okay? This is such a straightforward reading, but it's really lovely as well. It's a really nice energy. Your words of advice are the Fool, so Rose again. So this is really telling me to tell you just to really trust in this process, where you can just let go of this stuff that's been holding you back. Where was Rose with the cups? Just to really let go of this energy now, where you can remember to, because there's this newness in this relationship. There's this ability to have like a new and different type of relationship that's really nice and happy and fulfilling. It's interesting that you have the Hangman clarifying too. So these are two major arcanas, which means there's karmic lessons to be learnt in this. So if you can learn these lessons and apply them, then you're not going to have to keep going through the same thing over and over again. With the Hangman clarifying, I kind of feel like maybe this has been you for a while as well, or maybe this has been the relationship energy where it's kind of been like feeling like you're in limbo or feeling like the relationship is in limbo. But it's now time to kind of let go of that energy. It's time, because I feel like you've also seen things from a new perspective now, or maybe this reading is going to help you see things from a new perspective. And see what can come from both of you kind of giving yourselves and allowing yourself to trust the process and just taking that leap of faith, right, is what I'm getting here. So pile 3 of the Golden Girls Tarot, I really hope you enjoyed your reading. Please feel very free to leave feedback and comments below, as I always say. You can get a personal reading with me if you'd like to. You can find my email address below. I'm currently in the midst of getting my tarot website redone, and that could take a little bit of time because I'm very busy, but when that's up and running, you will see that. But you can just flick me an email and I'll let you know when I'm available. Otherwise, you can support me by giving the video a thumbs up, by subscribing, and if you want to, feel free to share this video with someone else who you think might get something out of watching it. Thank you so much for your ongoing love and support, Pile 3. I'll see you next time. Bye.